Hi, my name is Matt, and today we're going to go over how to make a simple pot. I'm going to click on this paper, pot, okay. I'm going to be in millimeters, you could change it over here. First off, I'm just going to top plane and then hit sketch. You can also hit sketch over here. This brings me to this tab of sketch on top. I'm going to create a circle. Connect it to the origin, you see a yellow box. I'm just going to click over here. Click on small dimension and make this 40 millimeters. So I just put 40 millimeters. All these dimensions are arbitrary. You could change up dimensions any way you like, just to modify or see how it works. So for now, we're just going to put 40 millimeters. And I'm going to go to features, extruded boss / base, and I'm going to put 5 millimeters and make this mid plane. You want to do mid plane just because, just to make it symmetrical. Hit check. Next, I'm going to click on this and hit sketch. I'm going to press Ctrl 8 so I go normal to this face. You could also have the option of going to your option, going to sketch, and actually making auto rotate view normal to sketch plane, so it automatically goes into that plane or goes normal to that face. We're going to create another circle. I'm going to create a circle over here, doesn't matter where it is right now. Small dimension, and we'll make this 5. I'm going to go over here in center line. I'm going to connect to the origin and up to the circle. And you'll see I have 2 yellow boxes to show that it's a vertical relation and also connects to the circle. It's really good to create these relations just so that it's easier. You see my line turn, the line turns black, means like it's fully defined, which means I can't move it anywhere. Now we're going to dimension. It's really good to dimension to fully define your sketch. So I'm going to click this, click the line, move it up, and we're going to make this 7. Again, these are all just arbitrary. You can see my circle is still underdefined, so if I move it, I can move it up and down. So I'm going to do is actually small dimension this, and we're going to hit this point, and we'll move it to the side, and we'll just make this 12. Actually make it 10 to move it a little bit now. You just double click it, and then you could change it. Another quick thing, you can also use this. This bar allows you to actually kind of rotate in increments of 10. I'm going to make it, you're just going to make it 10 millimeters. Now we're going to use something called mirror entities. So you click on mirror entities. The entities you want to mirror is this circle. And then you're going to mirror, click on this box, and mirror about this line. And check. So now let's say if I were to change this to, let's say 12, it will move it with it. Change this to 7. Anything that you change over here would be changed over here too. If I change this to 5, it will do the same thing. I'm just going to put it back to the original values. And what we're going to do is create one more sketch, and this is just going to be a slot sketch. So here, straight slot. Going to make it over here. Oh, let me escape for that. Just press escape to get out of that. What I really want is a center point arc, or center point straight slot. So over here, center point straight slot. This allows me to get it both ways instead of just going one direction. Hit this, and over here, you can see that we made just a little face, an indifferent face. I'm going to click on this point, hold Control, click on this point, and then this menu will pop up. If you ever find that you lose it, just go back to where you know where it was before and click Control, and it comes back up. I'm going to make this vertical. Now I'm going to click on this point, hold Control, click on this point, and make this vertical. We're going now to click on this point, and on the origin point, and then make this 9. Next up, we're going to do the length of this. So hit that line and the bottom line of the center straight slot, and make this Let's make it 4. Actually, I'm going to double click this and make it 5 just to be similar to this one. So 5. And you can see that everything is fully defined. Now what we're going to do is actually just make an extruded cut. And let's make it 2 millimeters and hit check. So this is a simple part, just making a small face. Now you can do a lot with this. So a really good practice is just to keep fully defining your sketch, or to like change up your sketch. So a good practice is actually hit on the sketch and click on edit sketch over here. We'll hit Control A to go normal to, just so you're always like normal to that face. And you can just have fun with this where you want to make it wider apart, like maybe 9. This also changes this over here because we add a relation that this point is vertical this point is vertical this point. Or you can actually just delete this slot, all of it, and just make like a smiley face or a frowny face by just going to this and making a 3-point arc slot. What this does is you can move it over here. I'm just making sure it's vertical relation or have some kind of reference. Move this up or down, whichever one you want. Just make a smiley face and then hit this. This one takes a little bit more to dimension. For instance, I could hit, I'll make these things vertical. Make this vertical so it doesn't move. Small dimension this, the point in the middle and the origin point. And you can make this 10, and then you see that I moved it up. You can change the radius of this to maybe 20. And then you could play around with it by double clicking it and seeing which one you like better. You can now click on this point and dimension it to be 5 or 6, whatever you want, and then just play around. You can move this so you see like what's not fully defined yet. So this is good practice to see what you can define. It's really good to move the points, because if you move this at all, it's hard to control and you don't know what's going on. So hit Control Z for that. You can dimension this. So it's really good practice to fully define your sketches. 15, or maybe you want to do 10, and you can just keep double clicking and moving it around to see what it is, to just keep trying and seeing how it looks and how you want it to be. So you can double click anyone just to see and play around with it, and just have fun to see what would change and how would you go about changing anything. I'm just gonna keep this face just because why not, and once I exit out the sketch, it will just show up over here. You can also click on this face and sketch on this, or you can also just mirror it, and to mirror it, all you have to do is click this mirror function. The reason we made it mid-plane before on the boss extrude is so that we can go to the top plane, just click on that, features to mirror, cut extrude, and it comes on the other side. And you can see that it just mimics the whole thing. So if I were to change this back to 10 and leave sketch, it will show up on the back too. So just something you could play around with and just have fun messing around with dimensions, making a cut, and you can do a lot of things just with this and getting used to actually fully define your sketch. Maybe you want to make the whole the eyes bigger, so you could do, let's make it 7, and then that will show up too. That is gonna look a little weird. Maybe make this 8, and then just exit the sketch and see how it modifies it. Yeah, but just have fun with it. SolidWorks is really cool because you can make anything you want. So once you figure out the basics, you can actually make so much more stuff. So have fun, and I'll see you all in the next video.